So there were a few helpful tips that I forgot about in my last video on things that I use on a day-to-day basis for my vestibular migraines and all of the wonderful fun symptoms that come with it. So I wanted to go ahead and go over those in this video before I forget to share them. One of them being my LA light, which I don't know if you can see that is green, but it is a narrow spectrum green light that is helpful when you have really bad light sensitivity like I do. And so I will usually go in my room and I will turn on what we actually call in my house the creepy green light, and I will use that so that I can open my eyes to see. When my light sensitivity is really bad, I can't even open my eyes with the LA lamps. But on the times where maybe my light sensitivity isn't too bad, the LA light definitely is helpful when I want to read something or do something that involves me having my eyes open. Something else that's incredibly important for me is the 4-6 breathing, and it's the easiest thing ever. You breathe in for 4 seconds for a count of 4, you breathe out for a count of 6. And because with vestibular migraines, you tend to get a lot of that sympathetic nervous system response of that fight or flight, and feeling that severe anxiety. Sometimes people will get shaky or your heart starts to race. And then that oftentimes just makes your symptoms worse. For me, it totally makes me more dizzy. So doing that 4-6 breathing over a few minutes, it completely calms down that sympathetic nervous system response and really engages the parasympathetic nervous system and allows that to be dominant and take over and kind of let your body know it's okay, we can calm down, your heart doesn't need to race, you don't need to shake. And it kind of gives you more of that calm feeling even when you're feeling really dizzy, because that's usually when I get that really bad what I call body panic. And so that is incredibly helpful because your breath is something that you can take with you anywhere. And so I practice this type of breathing all throughout the day. And it has been really helpful and has definitely saved me in many circumstances from going into like a full-blown panic attack or just feeling that panicked, anxious state. The other thing that's really helpful is mindfulness meditation. I have been trying to practice it for at least 10 minutes every day, but just really focusing on the different body parts and what is it that I'm feeling in my body, and then not assigning either a positive or negative emotion to it, but just recognizing that it's there and kind of moving on. I also will do meditation where I will recite Bible verses to myself, or maybe lyrics from hymns that I love. And so that also is very helpful for me. I actually will do my 4-6 breathing and will recite something from the Bible or something that I know is true. And so that has been really helpful for me as well, a really helpful practice. And then the other thing is that oftentimes when your body is feeling floaty or dizzy, or you're starting to get that really bad rocking feeling, like maybe you're on a boat in a bad storm, it's really helpful for me to lay down and have extra weight. So sometimes my weighted blanket isn't enough. So I know that not everybody has access to this, but I will often have my children come and lay down with me so that I can feel their bodies, and that extra weight tends to help me feel more grounded. Or sometimes I will have my husband come and lay down with me, but then also it just provides that extra comfort for you too, because it is a really scary experience when you don't feel safe in your own body. And so sometimes even knowing that somebody is there with you and holding on to them can just be really helpful for, if not alleviating the symptoms, that it can at least make you internally feel more calm and like it's going to be okay. And so that's something else that's been really helpful for me. I hope that these things are helpful for you too. My true intention is to just put stuff out there and hope that it provides some relief for other people that are struggling with vestibular migraines.